So, beginning with what is national policy on education? The national policy on education is a policy formulated by the Government of India to promote education amongst India's people. The policy covers elementary education to colleges in both rural and urban India. The first NPE was promulgated by the Government of India under Prime Minister Indira Gandhi in 1968, the second one by Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi in 1986, and the third one by Prime Minister Narendra Modi in 2020. A new policy comes every few decades, and the latest one replaces the 1986 NPE, which was in place for 34 years. It was a poll promise of BJP in 2014 elections. The policy, though formed judiciously, is not binding on states. Union Minister of Information and Broadcasting Prakash Javadekar and Human Resource Development Minister Ramesh Pokhriyal Nishank made the announcement on 29 July about the new Education Policy 2020. A draft was prepared by a panel of experts led by former Indian Space Research Organisation Chief K. Kasturirangan and was reviewed by Prime Minister Narendra Modi on May 1st. In the draft released earlier by the committee, language issues caused the most outrage at the time for the mandatory teaching of Hindi, but final policy documents makes it clear that there will be a greater flexibility in three-language formula and no language will be imposed on any state. The main objective of NPE 2020 is making India a global knowledge superpower. So here goes the details of National Policy on Education 2020. Public spending on education by states center to be raised to 6% of GDP. On September 26, 1985, the Ministry of Education was renamed as the Ministry of Human Resource Development under Prime Minister Rajiv Gandhi. Now, according to NPE 2020, Ministry of Human Resource Development to be renamed as Ministry of Education. Students from class 6 onwards will be taught coding in schools as a part of 21st century skills. Through coding, students can learn to create games and applications for multiple platforms such as Android, Windows, iOS. Besides coding, the policy also makes integration of vocational education from class 6 with internships for students with carpenters, laundry person or craftsperson to learn vocational skills. As I said earlier, the NEP 2020 states clear that there will be a greater flexibility in the three-language formula and no language will be imposed on any state. The three languages learned by children will be the choices of states, regions, and of course the students themselves, so long as at least two of the three languages are native to India, and this will be followed by both public and private schools. So the mother tongue or the local or regional language is to be the medium of instruction in all the schools up to class 5 according to the policy. Under the NEP 2020, Sanskrit will be offered at all the levels and foreign languages from secondary school level. The transition from the decade-old 10 plus 2 format to 5 plus 3 plus 3 plus 4 structure, the foundational years of a child's education will consist of 3 years of preschool or Anganwadi education and 2 years of primary education, that is class 1 and 2 from age group 3 to 8. The preparatory stage will cover school education from class 3 to 5 with a focus on experimental learning and the age group 8 to 11 years. The next one covers school education from class 6 to 8. The age group is 11 to 14. The focus will be on critical learning objectives and not on learning by rote. The next one covers school education from class 9 to 12 in two phases. One is 9th and 10th and the second is 11th and 12th. Students would be able to pick and choose any set of subjects from the available structure. Although there will be continuation of board exams for class 10th and 12th, these exams will be made easier and will test primarily the core capacities, competencies rather than months of coaching or memorization. Universalization of early childhood education from ages 3 to 6 by 2030. This means to make education available to all children in the age group of 3 to 6. Rigid separation of arts, commerce and science streams has been removed in high school, given the penchant of overzealous parents to stream their children into professions at the earliest. Policy will introduce 4-year undergraduate degree with multiple entry and exit options. Now, what are these entry and exit options? The undergraduate degree will be of either 3 or 4 years duration with multiple exit options with appropriate certifications. A certificate after completing 1 year in a discipline or field including vocational or professional areas, a diploma after 2 years of study or a bachelor's degree after a 3 years program. The 4-year bachelor's program shall be the preferred option to experience the full range of holistic and multidisciplinary education. Discontinuation of MPhil programs, common entrance exam for admission to universities and colleges to be conducted by the National Testing Agency. Now, in place of University Grants Commission, that is UGC, and All India Council for Technical Education, AICTE, the Higher Education Commission of India will act as a single regulator for higher education, barring medical and legal colleges. That is, say bye bye to UGC. An academic bank of credit will be set up to make it easier to transfer between institutions. It is to be established for digitally storing academic credits on from different HEIs, that is higher education institutions, so that these can be transferred and counted towards final degree earned. NEP 2020 aims to double the gross enrollment ratio in higher education. Now, what is this gross enrollment ratio? It's a statistical measure used in educational sector and formally by the UN in its education index to determine the number of students enrolled in a school at several different grade levels. Now, how it is to be calculated? Divide the number of students enrolled in a given level of education regardless of age by the population of the age group which officially corresponds to the given level of education. Indian knowledge system, including tribal and indigenous knowledge, will be incorporated into curriculum in an accurate and scientific manner. Special educational zones are to be set up, regions such as aspirational districts which have large number of students facing economic, social or caste barriers. Center will also set up a gender inclusion fund to build the country's capacity to provide equitable quality education to all girls and transgender students. Meritorious students belonging to SC, ST, OBC and other socially and economically disadvantaged groups will be given incentives. The policy document is yet to be made available in the public domain.